to my channel. I'm Lynn, and today I'm going to be talking about Onika Tanya Maraj, known as Nicki Minaj. I want to start off by saying that she is extremely talented. I need to get that out the way because it seems that every time we bring up something about her character, it's always brought up that she is the best female rapper, or she makes great music. All of these things are true, but it seems that every time her character is in question, then people just want to bring up her talent. It's never a question of her talent, and I see this happen with so many artists. I will make a video in future about artists that have created or made heinous crimes, and because of that they have to pay the price. And it does not negate the fact that they are talented. It's just that they do have to face the consequences of the things that they do to other people. With that said, also, I am not saying that Nicki has killed anyone. However, she has contributed to her demise in regards to the fact that she likes to attach herself to abusers, pedophiles, so forth. The recent disappointments that fans have faced is her collaborating with Trump and being or coming out as a MAGA supporter. It is so disheartening for someone this talented and someone who has always been assumed to be very smart to have to do something like this, and then we're just so confused as to how it got to this point. But also it has been an accumulation of very, very terrible behavior. That is what my topic is about today, and I'm going to struggle a little bit with titling this video because I could say Nicki Minaj and her demise, but I really want to talk about the fact that tough love is love. And I also want to talk about how your fans can be the demise of your brand. Your fans can be the reason for your downfall. I'll just start off by talking about what friendship is, or just the whole thing of being a supportive person, what it really means. It's very easy for me to make friends. However, keeping friends is another story. And one of the reasons why it's difficult is because I do not like nonsense. And I call it out for what it is. If it doesn't make sense to me, I'm not supporting it. Because of that, people just tend to not like me for some time. But then I think that in the long run, they understand where I was coming from because they see things unfold for themselves. And not to say that I'm perfect, I make mistakes too. And I just also love being around people who can reprimand me and put me to the right direction. What I'm getting at is that it is very hard in this generation and within my peers to be a person that stays in a friendship when I am a person who calls out things for what they are. This is because people want to be comforted with the lie. People want to be told that, oh yes, you are doing the right thing, you're going in the right direction, or ha ha ha, this is so funny. I'm not that person. I will tell you if wrong is wrong. I will tell you if something is not funny. I will tell you if you can do better. And unfortunately, yes, people do not like that. But it is sustainable and it is crucial from what I see and what I know, because people do sometimes come back to me and then tell me that, no, like, I'm sorry for acting this way or that way, because it does mean that sometimes I do get attacked. But at the same time, I am proud of myself for sticking up for what I know is right. So in regard to this mentality and what Nicki stands for, I really do not understand what her fans see. Like, in the long run, what is the bigger picture in this when they do not reprimand her or tell her that this is wrong, or Nicki, you need to do better? Because even today, And I'm talking about very recent events. I'm talking about a few hours ago when Nicki was on stage talking about how Trump is her favorite president, her favorite person.
I am probably the president's #1 fan.
There are fans of hers that still support her. There are fans of hers that still say that you can never do wrong in my eyes. Oh my gosh, Queen, you're so smart. You got this. And how everyone does not understand what the bigger picture is. There's no bigger picture. She's just making dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision, and no one wants to call her out for it. But those who call her out for it, there are people that love her. But society does not see that because they think that love is agreement. Love is saying that you are doing great when you're not. So I worry a lot about her brand. I worry about the fact that she has taken so many years to build it, and her demise came when she sort of created this connection with Kenneth Petty. I do not understand it to this day. I did not understand it then. He just came out of nowhere. I just want to clarify before we go far. I am not going to go events by events as to what started and all the things that she did to get to where she is. That takes a great amount of research, and as much as I would have liked to do that, I don't have the appropriate time and resources to do that. I know that it would have made the video more meaty, you know, but I'm not gonna do that in this video. I'm sure there are many videos that can show you the timelines of what happened. My favorite person that did this, favorite person, is FD Signifier. I will link his video to Nicki Minaj and her demise, but it goes up to a certain point. It goes up to a certain year, but it is very interesting and very well informed, very well researched, and he is very smart. I think that you will enjoy it and the rest of his videos. I love him so much. So yeah, I have been advocating, like anyone who knows me knows that I have been advocating for her to leave because that connection makes no sense. It's not taking her anywhere. Her marrying Kenneth is not taking her anywhere. In fact, it is making her life harder and is making her brand fall apart. So all of this was for a man, for a marriage, and now because now she is siding with Trump and is very vocal about being a MAGA supporter. I really don't understand that. They say that it's because she wants to avoid being deported, but I think that there were other ways in which you could have done that.
Nicki Minaj got a gold card. Is that a citizenship card that she got? Did you guys see that? Is this the gold membership card, the gold citizenship card? Does that mean she's a citizen? United States of America, isn't it the whole thing that you can pay to get entry into the US and you get a gold card and then you become a citizen, right? Nicki Minaj has received Donald Trump's gold card, which grants her US residency. There you go. Told ya. Told you. Told you.
Considering the fact that she has always been someone that stood up for other people, but now it seems that she doesn't care and cares about the money, the bag. It's not even about cares about herself, because if she really did care about herself, she wouldn't be making the decisions that she's making right now. Why does Nicki Minaj need so badly to collaborate and be seen with Donald Trump? I really don't understand the strategy, and her fans just are very weird about it, because how is it that we see things a certain way but you don't? And her fans have always been encouraged to be educated, stay in school, get a job. Nicki Minaj was always someone who encouraged young women and men and across all spectrums to go to school, to be educated, to be well read, to be a boss. But it seems that she is failing her own image, because this is essentially one of the big things as to why people loved her in the first place. Which brings me to a point which is very saddening. Why is Nicki Minaj holding hands with and side by side with Donald Trump and his administration, his team? when she knows very well that they are against the LGBTQ community. I just don't understand, and I'm very deeply hurt that she's doing that, knowing very well that that group of people have always been her fans for years. However, I also see that some of them are still supporting her, are still going hard for her, calling her a queen, saying that she could do no wrong. And this makes me very unsettled. Why are you guys accepting this nonsense just because she is the queen? Fans need to understand that they have the power to drive a brand, and they have the power to give someone authority and a pedestal. So if they decide that Nicki is no longer a queen, the world will not fall apart. It will operate as normal. But as long as you keep accepting the things that she does, you will not see her faults. And you do not see right now how much harm it is causing for the entirety of this group of yours. But it will cause problems, and it will justify the violence that is happening amongst this group of people. It just hit me that I say gays a lot. I think the most appropriate term would be gay people. I am very sorry about that. It is a speech issue on my part. So I also do not point out about the harm it is causing the black community to support a person like Trump, because obviously him and his people are racist. But I think that I am leaning more into the queer community just because of how her fan base was set up or is set up. And this is why I am talking more about the LGBTQ plus community. So yeah. Imagine how Nicki Minaj had gays reciting her lyrics. I used to watch 106 in Park almost daily, almost daily. And I remember her come up. A lot of gays were just reciting her lyrics to Bottoms Up or Woman's Revenge. She was queen. So to see them now not caring about what she does, what she doesn't do, as long as she's alive, it doesn't matter. It makes me very uncomfortable. And also the transsexual community, people who have helped her with so many things, pushed her brand, made sure that she looks good, the makeup, the hair, the this, the that. You needed those people, and now that you want a come up, and now that you have ruined your brand so much, you can't even apologize for the things that you've done to your fans that have left you, that you have left behind, or vice versa, right? Now you just want money, and now you're just grifting like they are. And it is going to be the demise of your brand that you work so hard for, and now you're turning your back against just because you want coin. That does not last. Eventually it'll dry up, because they are not with you because they think that you are this great person. They just want the numbers to go up, and that is exactly what is happening right now. You are seeing black people, you are seeing people in the queer community also now going into supporting Trump, and that is, it's not advisable. He's not a good person, and he's not a great leader. He is a personality. And just to clarify, I did not ever think Donald Trump would be president. For me, he was just someone who was charismatic.
And Nicki makes a lot of cash. Not as much as Michael Dell, not quite. Not as much, but that's okay. But Nicki makes a lot of.
I knew him from the show The Apprentice, where he was helping entrepreneurs polish their skills. He was a very charming, funny guy. But when we got to know him, and then now going into being president, I don't know, like, how does that work, and how was that accepted? How did they give a class clown the responsibility to become president? And it goes back to how society would rather give someone who makes them laugh or giggle a little bit the big positions, the leadership. He has cases, alleged cases by the way, of doing things that are horrible to other human beings. He is alleged to be in the Jeff Epstein files, so I really don't know why people are just disregarding that just to side with Nicki Minaj, but I guess that is the power that she holds, and that is why they need her so bad, just as much as she needs them. Calling Nicki Minaj out from the beginning was going to be a wake-up call for her. Not supporting her, ignoring her, doing things to make sure that she knows how much harm she's causing would have been the first start to making sure that she doesn't become the person that she is right now. So when she started getting with Kenneth, of course people were researching, and they found out that he is a felon. But they also supported her marrying him, having a kid with him. And when does it stop? When do you come to someone and you tell them that, no, honey, you are going the wrong way? If you cared so much about someone, you would not allow them to ruin their life. And I do know that this is not your friend. She's just a celebrity. However, she feeds off the energy that you give her, because she knows that if she does something, you guys will still support her regardless, and you will still defend the things that she does, and you will sort of make up stories as to why she's doing what she's doing, because she's this superhuman. She is just a person making mistakes over and over again, but because you do not see it, you will just watch her brand die. So my message is that being a yes man does not mean or does not translate to you loving someone. Sometimes it is the very detriment of everything that they are. And you guys are just fueling this beast, and it is accelerating, going fast nowhere, until one day it will crash and burn, and there will be nothing left of the brand that is Nicki Minaj. That's how inertia works, right? So I think that at some point her fans need to just stop. I know some of them have stopped supporting her, have just decided that it's no longer their path. She is still talented. They still do routines. There are TikTok challenges, right? I still listen to her music, but there's no ways that I'll support the things that she says and does just because she is very talented. Yes, you can be very talented, but I'm not going to be a groupie forever if you are a person who is horrible to other people and you do not stand up for what is right, especially given that you are a person of power. My message to the fan pages, the people who love her, the people who support her regardless, when is it going to be a wake-up call for you to not support this woman? And we are always so frightened about the Barbs will come for you, the Barbs will come for you, but why? Why are you coming for people who actually care for your queen? People who are actually pointing out that she could do better. Reprimanding someone and telling someone that they're going the wrong way is actually love. It is saying that you care about their well-being. Otherwise, you're just crippling the person and just sending them to the wrong direction. You do not need to co-sign with someone to show that you love them. In fact, if they are doing things that are wrong, you need to call it out. You need to risk that thing of being cast out or whatever it is. And I do feel like if you are a person that agrees with what Nicki is doing, then ultimately you become a bad friend too. You support nonsense. If your friend is a violent person, your friend stabs her boyfriend, your friend does this and that, you support it still. They're still my friend. They're still my family. You are that type of person, because there's no way that you are like this one side, but you're another person the other side. You need to become a person who wants better for other people. Otherwise, you guys are just going nowhere fast, and you are you're taking each other there. You need people who also hold you accountable, and that is how you know that they love you. So I just wonder what it will take for the fans to just back away and sort of not fuel this fire inside of her of being just a horrible, horrible person that does not see anything wrong with what she does. Well, she doesn't see anything wrong with what she does because no one is saying anything, and her friends support her regardless. And they think that she is some kind of genius. She's not. She's not. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.